Hi everyone, Asa speaking here, and today will be an August comic book haul video, I guess. Although I don't really have that much comics, to be honest, because it's really expensive here to buy them, because you guys in the US pay like $3, I think, per every issue, and here it's more like 6 or 7 if it's a more expensive one. So it's actually pretty hard to buy them, and also not just economic, like I don't really have the money to buy them, so it's not just an economic problem. It's also, the thing is, like, we have only one comic book store in the whole country that actually sells all of the comic books I read, and also they sell them in English, so I don't need to wait for the Hungarian releases. Also, I don't really like reading comic books, or like mostly any kind of book in Hungarian, except for the one I know the translators of. And yeah, so it's pretty hard, but I still buy them, so at least I'm buying the Rebirth issues. Many of them actually I picked up, quite a lot of series, and also I bought these ones because I went to this one specific comic book store to order all the Nightwing issues, like the ones that were already the ones that were already released, and also the coming issues as well. Also the Titans, because I really love the Titans too. But before we take a look at them, I actually want to show you guys that I bought a t-shirt. I think I ordered it in the beginning of the month because my sister found a store online that has like 70% price off, and so we have this. It's a Wonder Woman t-shirt, and I was really afraid that it will be a replica or like something cheap, but actually the material is really nice, and also it's a DC original. Look at that. And like I bought it, I think if I need to say it in dollars, it was like $8 or so, and the original price is £20. So when I ordered it to my mom's workplace because I was afraid that I won't be at home when the delivery guy arrives. So she how do you say it, like, basically she was the one who got it, and she was like, oh my god, this was like freaking expensive. But then I told her that I bought it like for basically really cheap, and then yeah, it was a really nice surprise. So yeah, this is, by the way, a DC Comics original batch stuff. So yeah, what do you say, guys? Maybe I should wear this. I mean, this is a comic book haul video, and although I really like the Harry Potter shirt I'm wearing, or what is this? It's not a shirt, it's like a tank top, but anyway, so let's just change. So yeah, here we go. Isn't it nice? It's really cool. It's old design. I mean, Diana looks like this in old comics, and I usually don't really like old comic designs, but this one is really nice, so I'm pretty happy with it. Alright, then let's look at the comic books. So first, it will not be an anime comic. I mean, that's the Japanese term of American comics, but actually a manga. I did not buy this in August, but I read it like a couple of weeks ago in the beginning of the month. This was my train manga. That's the comic books I'm reading on trains. And this is Akatsuki no Yona. And I actually had these. I have the first 10 issue or volume as well, and also the 11th one. But I stopped reading them last autumn for some reason, I don't know why. And I just picked it up this summer because I didn't really have anything to read, comic-wise. And I really love this series, you know, guys. And not just the manga, also I really love the anime, to be honest. I really like the art style of these comic books. It's written and drawn by Kusanagi Mizuo. You can see her name. And then it looks like this. So this is like already after the last anime episode. If you love the anime, and I really think that everyone should watch it because it's one of those really rare shoujos that was sold but like as a harem, but it's not really a harem anime, at least not in my opinion. Yeah, there are a lot of boys, but it's focusing on the relationships, not just with the main character but also like with each other, and they really love that. And this one, oops, there's a cinematic here, Star Trek. So in this one, the main character kind of like in this volume was him, and I really loved how like this guy was a villain at the beginning. He is in love with the main girl, Yona, and he tried to capture her like in the first, I think it was the second or the third volume, and I can't really remember. And now he returned, and he basically became a good guy, which was really nice. I really love how like there are no villains in this series, like literally. I mean, there's a bad guy, of course there's a bad guy, but even if you hate him, you kind of get why he's doing what he's doing. So yeah, read Akatsuki no Yona or watch the anime. The anime was also really nice. The music is really nice. They have really nice cast. Like all the voice actors are really good, and it has nice music. So yeah. And then let's go for the amakomi. This is my mom's voice, by the way. But it's okay because I wanted to have something to drink anyway because my mouth went dry, and it's gonna be a long video anyway. So yeah. I also folded the shirt because I was just like putting it, taking it off and then just putting it there. So yeah. Yeah, let's jump to the comics finally. So I have these 3 issues of, they are even in like a nice covering stuff, so they won't be damaged. So yeah, let's see. So the first is the Flash Rebirth issue, and also I have the Flash second issue, and I wanted to do a video about DC Universe Rebirth anyway, so it's like pretty handy that I got these. So I'm reading comic books, American comic books, for a year now, I think. I was reading manga and like Japanese stuff way back, like I think I started to watch anime when I was in 6th grade, so when I was like 12 years old, and I'm gonna be 23 this year, so it's like 11 years now. But I've never really been into American comic books until this friend of mine, Vicky, convinced me to watch the Young Avengers, the Young Justice. I'm always like mixing them up for some reason. But by the way, she was the one who convinced me to read Young Avengers, so it was okay. But no, like she convinced me to watch Young Justice, you know, the Cartoon Network TV show. It's cartoon basically, because she really loved Wally West, Flash, and she was hoping that I will love him too. And I do love Wally West, but I ended up like basically I ended up with Dick Grayson, who is also known as Nightwing or Grayson Agent 37 or Robin. And I was like, okay, so I need to read some comic books. So I started to pick up detective comics mostly, and like different kind of Batman comics because of Dick. and it turned out pretty fast that I don't really love the comic book Batman, even though I really love the movies. And eventually I just picked up other series as well, and one of them was Flash, actually Flashpoint. That is a really great comic book series, by the way. And it, like, as I read on, I realized that they had this main event a couple of years ago. It was called New 52, and many of those comic books were not really my type of comic books. I didn't really like these stories. They just screwed up many of my favorite characters, Tim Drake included. And yeah, but they also had some really nice titles. I plan to do videos about those two as soon as I get like some comics I can speak of, not just like digital versions or something. One of them will be the Omega Man, which is my favorite comic book series ever. It just blew my mind, seriously. It was really good. And the other one is Midnighter, and I really want to do a long video about Midnighter because he is gay, and I think that it's really important to have LGBTQ plus representatives in comic books. So yeah, he's really a favorite of mine, and I also really love Steve Orlando, who was writing the Midnighter series. And after New 52, which was kind of a fail in some ways, in my opinion, of course, they pulled this thing called DC Rebirth. And the thing about Rebirth is that they were really sly, because they had panels on it. They were like, yeah, we will have a lot of speedsters and there will be a lot of stuff happening, and everyone's like, okay, so this will be like another 52 or something. And then they released DC Universe Rebirth, and they brought back Wally West, who was like forgotten in the last 30 years or so. And everyone was like, oh my god, they just did that. All the series and issues I picked up so far were really good, except for Constantine Hellblazer. I'm not really happy about the art style, and the thing is that I'm really picky about art style, which is not a good thing, because it's not. But I really didn't love it, and I just couldn't bring myself to continue that stuff. So maybe I will give it another chance, but not right now. So let's go back to Flash. So the thing with Flash is that, first of all, the art style is beautiful, and also I really love the story. So I think you know that Flash is Barry Allen, who is working as a forensic scientist for Central City Police Department, and he's also working as the Flash, and he is the how do you say it, like, his wife is the aunt of Wally West, the Kid Flash, and he was not remembering of Kid Flash, and then Wally came back, and because of the Speed Force they found each other, and it's like happily ever after. No, of course not. But anyway, so he got back his nephew, and then they decided that they should part ways, and so Wally went to the Titans, and Flash is working as the Flash. Like, he was working until that point in time. But then a Speed Force, basically a Speed Force storm was happening, and it was the reason why, like, I think a couple of hundreds of speedsters, new speedsters, were born in Central City, and so the Flash decides that he should have them, and so he does, with some help from Star Labs with his partner. Not really a partner, so a colleague of his who is working with Central City Police Force. And thing is that this colleague of his also becomes a speedster. So I basically love almost everything about the Flash Rebirth except for one thing, and that one thing is the lack of Iris. So Iris West is one of my favorite comic book girls ever. She is a reporter, like many of the lovers of superheroes, and also they are kind of my OTP, like Barry and Iris. I just can't imagine a Flash where they are not married or not in love with each other, but they pulled another girl into this story with Rebirth. She's working at Star Labs, and she also has become a speedster. She's a professor, by the way, like a scientist, and she's helping Barry to train and take care of the new speedsters of Central City. And spoiler alert, in the last issue they were kissing, and yeah, although I like this girl, I just don't want her to be Barry's Flash interest, because that's Iris, and I don't know, I just really hope that they won't screw it up. Yeah, I just really don't want it to be like that. By the way, here is an art cover for Supergirl, and although I still don't have the issue, because the thing is with Hungarian comic book stores, the one comic book store we have, is that although you can buy your issues there, but not really in the month when they were released, but like in the next, so it's pretty hard. But anyway, I will picking up Supergirl as well, because it's written by Steve Orlando and art by Brian Chang, and I really love it so far. So yeah, so far so good. So this was Flash 1 and 2, and hopefully 3, 4, 5, 6 in the next month. So the other comic books I was picking up is Titans, and I hopefully will have all the Titans issues except for the Rebirth issue, although that was also really nice. So I really love Titans. I really love Teen Titans actually, and I really love the original Titans as well. So it's Donna and Wally, Dick, Garth, Roy, and Lilith, I think, in the first issue, and it's basically started like Wally going back to the Titans, and none of the Titans remembered him, which was like breaking my heart, especially because his best friend is Dick, and like his best friend have forgot about him, and that's just so sad, really. But in the end, he like proved that they were friends, and someone just stole a part of time from them, so that's why they can't remember their times together. And so Lilith tries to go like deep into Wally's mind to get some information about like what was happening exactly. But like she does not succeed, although she finds a lot about Linda Park, who is the love interest of Wally West, and I also really love Linda and Wally together. And it was just so nice to see all of them together. I really love how Roy looks. I really like his gear, to be honest. although he could just really forget that baseball cap. It's like, no, Roy, no, you should not. But then again, it's part of Roy's personality, so yeah. And then Donna looks beautiful. Jesus Christ, girl. I really like her uniform. It's just beautiful. God, it's also really nice. So yeah, the only thing I'm not happy about, but I will talk about this like a lot when I got my Nightwing comics, is how Dick looks like. I have this thing that like Dick is a trapeze artist, so he should be like much leaner, not like bulky like this. And I just don't really love how they want to make another Bruce Wayne of Dick Grayson out of Dick Grayson. So yeah, but then again, in the last issue of Nightwing, I will talk about Nightwing when I get my issues, like, and I can hold them in my hands. They kind of give me hope, so it's okay. But I don't really like how they draw him like really bulky and stuff, because it's just, it goes against physics. So yeah, but anyway, they are superheroes, so what's my point really? So yeah, this was Titan's first issue, and they introduced us a villain, kind of. He is called Kadabra. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Art style is beautiful again. And I'm really curious about this, really. So we'll see. I definitely love the art style. I definitely love the characters, and I just really love Titans, so I'm happy they brought them back. I'm a bit concerned about Teen Titans though, because it will be Damian, and although I love Damian, I just don't know what will happen to Tim. So yeah, we'll see about that. So the last two things I have here is actually older stuff, but like when I went to the comic book store first time, I was with Babs, a friend of mine. She's really cute, and also she's the biggest Green Lantern fan I know. I don't know a lot though, but she's really into Hal Jordan. She convinced me to read actually Green Lantern comics, and that's how I found the Omega Man, because I picked up Green Lantern New Guardians. That was the New 52 series. That's really good though. And I kind of fell for Kyle Rayner, and yeah, the main character kind of, you know, in the Omega Man is Kyle, so yeah. But anyway, I started to read Green Lantern comics because of her. But before that, the first thing I've ever read about Green Lanterns was Blackest Night and Brightest Day. This is really good. This one is actually the, how do you say it? The graphic novel edition, so it's pretty thick. And it does not contain all the tie-ins, only the 7, I think 7 issues of the Blackest Night thing. So if you want to understand everything about it, you need to read the tie-ins as well. It contains like a lot of comic books. I think there was the Tales of the Corps, and then Green Lantern Corps, and then the ordinary, so the usual Green Lantern comics. But yeah, story is that the death finally comes for the superheroes, because they can come back to life, which I think every one of us know. And so the Blackest Night of the universe happens, and there's a lot of fight and a lot of colors, and yeah, it's just beautiful. Once I will do a review on Blackest Night and Brightest Day, because it's just really good. It starts with someone stealing Bruce Wayne's how do you say that in English? Koponya? Skull. Yeah, they were stealing his skull, and then a lot of black rings arrives to Oa as well, but to the Earth as well, and they were calling the fallen, and by fallen I mean like dead superheroes, and they kinda goes against the living ones. So yeah, it was written by, I hope that I can pronounce his name correctly, Geoff Jones, and the pencil was by Ivan Reis, and it's beautiful. I really like Reis' works, so I just look for an illustration like this one here. It's beautiful. And so I bought this with Barbie, and I plan on buying the Brightest Day graphic novel as well. The whole series would cost me like $75, but that's the price you guys can buy it, so for us it would be more like $90, which is a lot, and I can't really afford that much money to spend on comic books. But anyway, I really will buy the Brightest Day as well, because this is one of my favorites. And then maybe I will do a review about like the whole series. So yeah, read this. It's a masterpiece. I really like Green Lanterns anyway, so, and all the other lanterns as well, to be honest, except for maybe the orange one. Agent Orange is just pulling my strings so hard. I want to hit him all the time. But yeah, and the last one, I picked up this actually a bit later with Flash 2, and I found it in like boxes. So this is an old issue of Teen Titans, the new 52 Teen Titans. It's the 3rd annual, so it's from July 2014, so 2 years ago. And the reason why I picked it up, it's because it was the pencil art was by Kenneth Rocafort, and he is my all-time favorite comic book artist. I especially love how he draws Tim. Look at my boy, he's beautiful. And Cassie. He was doing the pencil art of the first issues of the new 52 Teen Titans, and that's when I fell in love with his art. So there's Cassie. And so yeah, I've already read this. I read the whole Teen Titans series from 2011, I think. And I really loved it, most of it. So I just wanted to have something that was drawn by Kenneth Rocafort, really. So I don't really want to talk about the story of this, although you really should read Teen Titans in my opinion. I just really love the characters of Teen Titans, like all of them. But my favorite is definitely Tim. I love all the bad kids though. And Gar. Oh yeah, this is from the era when Gar was not green but red. So yeah. And also look at Connor. Connor looks really beautiful. So yeah, this was the last one I picked up. This was actually pretty cheap because it's an old issue, and I'm really happy to have it. So yeah, so this turned out to be a really long video, guys. I'm sorry about that. I can't talk a lot about comic books, and I even wanted to put like all the books I read in August, but we will just do that like next time. I have a lot of those too, and some of them I want to recommend you with really warm heart. So see you guys next time. Take care.